The Kyle City Council is at the center of a heated debate over a forensic audit into 5 allegations of financial misconduct.
Yeah, earlier this week, the council voted to investigate those claims. Now, the allegations include misuse of city credit cards, trying to bribe a business owner with $1 million, and a $24 million dip in the city's general fund over the last 3 years.
But there is a larger fight about why the audit is happening in the first place. KVUE's Jessica Cha spoke with several city leaders about whether they support or oppose this audit.
Behind the doors of City Hall, Kyle City leaders have been wrestling with questions about whether city finances are being handled the right way.
The potential audit scope could include review of potential fraud, misuse of taxpayer funds, and financial transactions.
On Tuesday, City Council voted to potentially investigate 5 different allegations of financial misconduct. And now that debate is spilling into the open.
It started for me a couple years ago when I was first elected, and I just saw some questionable things.
Before she was elected into her current position, Mayor Yvonne Flores-Cale says she's always kept up with city finances.
I've continued to see the spending, and there was definitely more going out than there was coming in.
With the city's growing financial problems, she says it made a deeper look necessary, which was an easy
Goza? Yes.
For Councilmember Courtney Goza.
It is our taxpayers' money, and how we spend that should be absolutely the most responsible way possible.
Goza says some of the allegations hold water, like the claim that the city overpaid to purchase several properties across town.
I was able to look up one of the properties and find out that we paid more for it than it was advertised for sale for, and it had been on the market about 3 years, so it wouldn't have been in a multi-offer situation.
Goza says that even though the audits could take the next several years to complete, it's worth the money.
I think for just transparency's sake, even if we find that no wrongdoing was done criminally, at least getting that on the record and showing what really happened is the least we can do for the residents.
But Councilmember Laura Lee Harris,
I did not vote for this audit to begin with,
sees the audit differently. She says the audit is redundant and a waste of time.
We recently did a risk audit that showed us where the risks were in all of our departments, including finance. And we were making changes on that. So I'm not sure why this is necessary.
Harris says the push for an audit sends a negative message to residents, claiming some allegations have already been resolved.
The Attorney General's already ruled on one. We've had attorneys rule on another of the 7 issues. I think they'll find nothing, and we will just spend a lot of money.
For now, the city's next move is still in the air, but opinions about the audit are in the open. And Kyle, Jessica Cha, KVUE News.